Hello and welcome to Wisdom Forge. Decision fatigue. Why stress makes you choose wrong. Cognitive depletion under stress. What is decision fatigue? Decision fatigue is the mental exhaustion that comes from making too many choices, leaving your brain depleted and prone to poor judgment. Every decision, from what to eat to which task to prioritize, uses up a bit of your cognitive energy. By the end of the day, your brain starts cutting corners, either avoiding decisions altogether or opting for the easiest, often worst, choice. This isn't laziness, it's biology. Your prefrontal cortex, the brain's decision maker, tires just like a muscle. Stress amplifies this effect, making even simple choices feel overwhelming. Understanding this can help you structure your day to preserve mental energy for what matters most. The science behind cognitive depletion. Your brain operates like a battery. Every decision drains a little power. Research shows that willpower and decision-making draw from the same limited pool of mental resources. When stressed, your body diverts energy to survival systems, leaving less for higher thinking. This is why, after a long day of work, you might order junk food instead of cooking or snap at someone over a minor issue. Stress hormones like cortisol further impair the prefrontal cortex, making it harder to weigh pros and cons. Think of it as your brain switching from a careful editor to a tired spell checker. It misses errors because it's running on empty. Why stress leads to bad decisions. Stress doesn't just tire your brain, it alters how you decide. Under pressure, the amygdala, your brain's alarm system, takes over, prioritizing quick, emotion-driven choices over logical ones. This is why stressed people often procrastinate, impulse buy, or resort to black and white thinking. For example, a stressed parent might yell because I said so. Instead of explaining a rule, their brain is too depleted for patience. Chronic stress also shrinks the prefrontal cortex over time, making decision fatigue worse. Essentially, stress turns your brain into a desperate shortcut taker, opting for fast over right just to conserve energy. The role of willpower in decision-making. Willpower isn't infinite, it's a resource that depletes with use. Studies find that people who resist temptations early in the day, like skipping dessert, are more likely to give in later, like overspending online. This willpower drain explains why diets often fail at night or why you might agree to things you'd normally refuse after a long meeting. Stress accelerates this drain by forcing your brain to juggle extra demands. The key isn't to try harder but to reduce unnecessary decisions. For example, Barack Obama famously wore only blue or gray suits to preserve mental energy for bigger choices. How modern life worsens decision fatigue. Today's world bombards us with endless choices, from 50 cereal varieties to hundreds of streaming shows. This overload is a recipe for decision fatigue. Unlike our ancestors, who faced fewer daily choices, modern humans exhaust their cognitive reserves by noon. Add in stress from work, social media, and multitasking, and your brain becomes an overwhelmed switchboard. The result? Decision paralysis, spending 20 minutes picking a movie, or self-sabotage, scrolling instead of working. Recognizing this helps you simplify, like meal prepping to avoid daily what's for dinner, stress. Physical signs you're experiencing decision fatigue. Your body sends signals when decision fatigue sets in. You might notice headaches, eye strain, or a heavy feeling in your chest. Mentally, you'll procrastinate more, crave sugar or caffeine, and feel irritable when forced to choose. Some people describe it as brain fog, like their thoughts are moving through syrup. Others make reckless choices, like impulsive purchases or skipping workouts. These aren't moral failures, they're your brain's white flag. Tuning into these signs lets you pause and recharge before making important decisions. The link between sleep and decision-making. Sleep deprivation is decision fatigue's accomplice. Just one night of poor sleep reduces prefrontal cortex activity, making you rely more on impulsive, emotion-driven choices. Ever noticed how everything feels harder after a sleepless night? That's your brain running on backup power. Chronic sleep loss worsens this, leading to a cycle of bad decisions and heightened stress. Prioritizing sleep isn't just about energy, it's about giving your brain the recovery time it needs to evaluate options clearly. Think of it as rebooting a glitchy computer. How multitasking drains your decision energy. Multitasking doesn't make you productive, it fractures your focus and speeds up decision fatigue. Each task switch costs cognitive energy, like a car wasting fuel in stop-and-go traffic. Stressed multitaskers often default to autopilot decisions, e.g., mindless snacking or ignoring emails, because their brain refuses to engage further. Studies show it can take 20+ minutes to refocus after an interruption. The solution? Batch tasks, e.g., answer emails at set times, and protect deep work periods. Your future self will thank you when it's time for big decisions. Why shopping exhausts your brain? Ever felt mentally drained after shopping? Stores are designed to exploit decision fatigue. Endless options, flashy displays, and limited time offers overwhelm your prefrontal cortex, pushing you toward impulsive buys. Stress makes this worse, hence retail therapy often backfires. A tired brain craves quick rewards, so you grab that expensive coffee maker or junk food you don't need. To combat this, shop with a list, set time limits, or avoid stores when stressed. Your wallet and willpower will both benefit. Decision fatigue in relationships. Relationships suffer when decision fatigue sets in. Stressed couples often argue over trivial choices. Why can't you pick a restaurant? Because their brains are too depleted for patience. Others disengage entirely, saying whatever you want to avoid the mental load. This isn't apathy, it's cognitive exhaustion. Recognizing this dynamic helps you plan tough conversations for high energy times, like mornings, and automate small decisions, e.g., weekly date night routines. Less decision stress means more emotional bandwidth for connection. How to spot bad decisions before you make them. Decision fatigue whispers lies like, "This doesn't matter," or "I'll figure it out later." Warning signs include rushing choices, avoiding research, or feeling numb about consequences. You might also rely on biases, e.g., "This worked before, so it'll work now." To catch these, ask, "Would I make this choice well rested? Or is this future me's problem?" If answers hint at fatigue, delay the decision. Even a 10-minute walk can reset your brain enough to choose wisely. Simple ways to reduce daily decisions. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg wear near-identical outfits daily for a reason. Fewer choices mean more mental energy for what matters. You don't need a uniform, but simplifying routines helps. Try meal planning, automating bills, or designating no decision zones, e.g., always gym at 7 a.m. Reduce trivial choices like where to work, have a default spot, or what to watch. Keep a favorites list. Every eliminated decision preserves willpower for important ones, like career moves or family needs. The best time to make important decisions. Your brain is freshest in the morning. Use this for high-stakes choices. Studies show judges give more favorable rulings early in the day. By afternoon, decision fatigue leads to harsher outcomes. Schedule big meetings, financial calls, or tough conversations when your mind is sharp. Save low-stakes tasks, like emails, for post-lunch slumps. If you must decide while tired, use the October 10th, 10 rule. Ask how you'll feel about this choice in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years. It forces perspective. Foods that fight decision fatigue. Your brain runs on glucose, but sugar crashes worsen fatigue. Opt for steady energy, protein, eggs, nuts, complex carbs, oats, sweet potatoes, and omega-3s, salmon, walnuts. Dehydration also impairs focus, keep water handy. Avoid heavy lunches that cause crashes, small, frequent meals sustain mental clarity. When stress hits, skip the candy bar and grab almonds or dark chocolate. These choices support sustained energy, not spikes and dips that sabotage decisions. How to recharge your decision battery. Short breaks prevent burnout. The Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes work, 5-minute breaks, lets your prefrontal cortex reset. Even better, move. A walk outside boosts creativity and clears mental clutter. Power naps, 10 to 20 minutes, also restore cognitive function. For deeper recovery, try mindfulness. 5 minutes of breathing reduces cortisol, sharpening focus. Think of these as decision pit stops, small pauses that keep your engine running smoothly. When to outsource decisions. Delegate when possible. Use apps to automate bills or meal kits to skip grocery planning. At work, trust colleagues with smaller choices. At home, rotate who picks weekend activities. Outsourcing isn't laziness, it's strategic energy management. Even letting a playlist choose music saves mental effort. The goal isn't to avoid all decisions but to free up space for the ones only you can make. The role of habits in beating decision fatigue. Habits are brain savers. When actions become automatic, like morning routines or gym schedules, they bypass decision-making. Build habits by starting tiny, e.g., floss one tooth becomes full flossing, and linking them to existing triggers, e.g., coffee journaling. Over time, habits reduce daily decision load, leaving energy for surprises. Stress still comes, but with fewer choices to make, you'll handle it better. How social media drains your decision power. Endless scrolling trains your brain to seek quick dopamine hits, shortening your attention span for deeper decisions. Worse, comparing others' highlight reels fuels stress, speeding up fatigue. Set app timers or schedule no-scroll hours to protect mental clarity. Ask, is this serving me or draining me? Before opening apps. Less digital noise means more capacity for real-life choices. Long-term strategies to strengthen decision-making. Build decision stamina like a muscle. Start with low-stakes practice, e.g., speed choosing outfits, to train quick judgment. Reflect weekly. What drained me? What energized me? Adjust routines accordingly. Therapy can help if stress chronically impairs choices. Remember, decision fatigue isn't permanent. With rest and strategy, your clarity will return. A message to anyone feeling overwhelmed. If every choice feels impossible today, pause. Decision fatigue is temporary. Rest. Simplify. Ask for help. Tomorrow's brain will thank you. You're not failing, you're human. Small steps to reduce choices will add up. You've got this. Thank you, and let's stay connected. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you found this video valuable, imagine what you'll learn next. Subscribe to Wisdom Forge and hit the bell icon so you never miss more thought-provoking content, practical wisdom for everyday life, the tools to unlock your full potential. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway or what topics you'd like to see next. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning.